we should know our lines better.
Did you get line notes today? Because I did.
No, I don't get line notes. Please.
iHeartRadio Broadway, driven by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.
This all feels surreal. I imagine similarly and dissimilarly for both of us, because for me, it's like this wasn't supposed to happen. In my head, I was assured that it was over until it wasn't. And it was so quick when it wasn't. And so getting back into this, every step of this has been weird in the best way. But like walking into a room with people in it was the first step. And now walking into a much bigger room with much more people facing our direction is weird, because it's so natural to be in a theater for someone who's been in one for over a decade. And now it just feels supernatural. Ooh. Didn't even mean it that way.
We're so excited.
So excited! No, seriously though.
We are so excited.
We're back. We're back.
We're thrilled. We're exhausted, right?
Oh my God,
Not
so
gonna lie.
tired.
But thrilled and anxious and can't wait to pump it up.
Yeah, I actually just got nervous. When you just said that, I was like, I think I am nervous, and which is maybe good to be nervous. It keeps me alive and very present.
My feet are sweating.
I mean, it feels weird in a different way that I was technically a part of the cast for this amount of time in 2020. 72 hours. So not really, but it's interesting because I heard all those rumors about possibly coming back. So it was something that was kind of in the back of my mind for the past 2 years, but like I had no clue if I'd actually be doing it. So I don't think I'm really going to realize that I'm doing it until we're on stage tomorrow.
I have a question for you. Are you excited?
Yes.
Me too. I'm so excited.
We love this show. I mean, it's as fun doing it as it is watching it. And and it's also been like so low pressure because we already know it works.
And crazy, and of 2 years of like a horse getting ready to run a race, and we're like, okay, let's make everyone laugh. Let's all have fun.
Yeah.
It was so much, and so loving, and just so great to get back
Yeah.
to like what we do.
Yeah, and so
In
much
addition,
laughter in the room.
Yeah.
Everyone's so funny.
And bringing 2 years of
What just happened?
yes, and what's important, and and seizing the day and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's emotional. We really, like we've said before, we didn't know if we were ever going to be able to do the show again. We closed the show. Well, closed. Our last show was Tuesday, March 10th, I think it was. And it was a great show. It was a really good show that night. And the audience was on fire. And we never had any closure. So to walk in that room, see everybody.
And beyond that, it was also like a celebration.
It was a total
once you get past
celebration.
this sort of, I can't believe we're back. Reading through the script for the first
Oh
time,
my
everyone
goodness.
was applauding every time anyone entered.
Yeah, it was like-
entered.
Greatest hits. It was like, oh, yeah.
And it was just it was like a Mardi Gras. It was just like a celebration of being able to be back inside this play.
I didn't realize how much my back hurt before coming back, but I think that might be just 2 years of aging. That might be just 2 years of me being older. The thing we figured out with Beetlejuice early on that worked, that was so different from the movie and sort of any other of the source materials, is that our Beetlejuice is charming. He comes at it from a lonely perspective rather than I want to mess things up or I want to be fratty and predatory. He's just like seen life for so long and has wanted to be a part of that for so long that he will do anything to get it. So I think that motivation is something we're still playing off of and kind of trying to grow, that you have to makes more interesting and really layered and loaded in a way that feels that you just kind of forget he's a bad guy until it's far too late.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing. I think it keeps the dynamic between the two characters fun because they both have their own missions and they come together and then we keep one-upping each other and like who's doing what, who's doing this. And I think I like what you said about him being charming because it is true. Like he's a good guy. Well, until he's not.
Which is really the act for me. That's the real act, is acting charming. Which is fair.
I mean, I've never felt so connected to Barbara Maitland. Like, afraid to leave my house and like, why am I so scared?
I think the main thing is that, character, sure, but coming back to this thing that we've done and then having first of all, it comes from the top. Everyone is so awesome, allowing us to do whatever we want to do, and just getting to go deeper into something, into the fun, into the joy, into the heart, and finding all of those awesome pieces has been incredible. And, being a dad, and I mean, I guess thinking about what it would be without my kids, yeah, I can Adam Maitland it out.
It's rare that you get to come back and revisit after that point. I mean, you can make, obviously, every night is live, so everything's different, but in terms of true exploration, you sort of, sort of freeze the show. So to be able to come back and revisit and dust it off and see what it was, and then say, hey, but what about this and this and this, and why didn't we ever think about this? And because we ran out of, you literally run out of time. So to have more time to, to hope to improve on it, to reinvigorate it, to find new things has been incredible.
Yeah, it's been amazing. I found, at least for me, for Delia, she's a lot more nervous than she used to be. I mean, definitely, always waiting for the other shoe to drop, which I find is great for comedy. I found a lot of new things and even a deeper love for her. And I think we've talked about this before. We're different people now after 2 years. And so to be able to look at it with fresh eyes after all that we've been through is great for the show. And I'm hearing things in a certain way that I've never heard before and singing No Reason differently because of the past 2 years. So we're turning all of that into a positive in our show. Yeah. And we're excited for people to see Beetlejuice 2.0.
Yeah, and how that, the last 2 years have informed the show too. Now, the lens we look at life through now, it's different.
The show is basically the same, but we've gotten our relationship is deeper, better. Yeah. There are a few little line changes. We've been able to find some new comedy moments.
And I think the theater itself is really great for it. It's like a great sight lines.
So much better. Better.
It feels smaller, but it's not. It's bigger, but it feels smaller.
I guess I'm sort of new to all of this because people know I'm in the show now. But it was crazy the day I was announced, the amount of messages I got from fans that were excited, which is terrifying, but also incredibly thank you, very exciting. But I think over the 2 years seeing, I feel like I really saw how much love people have for this show and really have an understanding of, people love this show. Just in all the social media posts and things, Beetlejuice was still circulating even on this downtime of the pandemic. So it's just really exciting that we're back and then everyone wanted us back.
The fans have kept this entire show afloat. I mean, the buoyancy that Beetlejuice has had over the last 2 years is something that I didn't expect, mainly because people move on, even from their favorite things. But these fans have kept it so close to their chest and so, heartwarmed and kept it, on a little hot plate for the 2 years. And it's been overwhelming in a crazy way. I mean, this whole thing is unexpected. And so it's really cool to be back. And I think, they're a huge reason why we're back. If there's no demand, there's no show. And there's crazy demand for this show, which is insanely flattering. Look at my new black nails. Ugh. I tried to keep them out of frame. No, but I really do think that the TikTok of it all, the sort of stuff that someone like me would first roll their eyes at, then you see what effect it has on people today, and it's really emotional.
I joke that my little sister knew the lyrics to Say My Name before I did because she was on TikTok before I was. So I have a video of her in 2019 doing the lyrics, and I was like, I don't know, some bug ant, whatever.
She's much better now. She's gotten the lyrics under control.
Yes, we hope.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's so cool to be joining something. I've never been a part of something that people are so excited about already. And so it's so cool, like we were saying, knowing that it works and knowing that people love it and get to just see where it goes from there.
I mean, I couldn't believe actually how much the fans really just love the show, between the artwork they sent, the letters they sent. And this is people of all ages, all over the world. I think the farthest I got a letter from was from New Zealand. The album really spoke to them. The cast really spoke to them. We were always on Instagram. We were on TikTok. We were doing all these things. And they fell in love with us, and we couldn't believe it. It was not anything we expected. So they are who really made the show a success. We really owe a lot of it to them, most of it to them.
Yeah, I was saying earlier that they're what sustained us over the last 2 years even. They didn't disappear. No. They were still out there waiting, just like we were. Is it going to come back? Are you going to come back? What's happening? I'm sending you thoughts and prayers and, all this.
It's amazing.
It really, it was helpful when you're dealing with all that stuff, and as again everyone is, and also you're dealing with just being trapped in your slippers and your spandex, which is what I wore the whole time, spandex and a crop top.
Sweatpants.
Spandex and a crop top is what I wore. I just say it one more
Spandex
time
and a crop top.
so that you all could get that image. But so it was nice to feel sustained by them over the course of the last 2 years too, and can't wait to see them again.
Yeah.
I mean, the fans saved us for sure.
Everything.
We owe everything to TikTok and all of the fans out there. And so we definitely want to bring joy to them because we know what they've had a rough 2 years too.
And they bring first of all, they kept us going for the 2
Yes.
years. This old man has a TikTok that does some singing and stuff on TikTok, but they're also like the stage door and the way they dress and come and the energy that they bring it really fires us like completely up.
Yeah.
I don't want to, say anything about my other shows, but this has been probably like top of the list with fans. It's incredible.
I'm already preparing to is exactly what I was going to say.
I'm doing the opening number, which is a funny number, but I was just sitting in the audience watching, and I was like, oh, the orchestra.
I genuinely think we're not prepared emotionally. We think we are. I think I am.
I don't know what it's...
In the back of my mind, I am not prepared for this. I think when the curtain comes up or the downbeat happens and the audience, I hope, inevitably goes crazy. You never know. That would be crazy if it was just silence, but it's not going to be. I think that there will be a moment where I will have to stifle some tears, probably at every turn in the show for the first week, I imagine.
I will be crying.
Yeah.
I don't know when, but it will.
Which, by the way, maybe doesn't make for a great show, but it's a great experience at that point. I think that tomorrow is going
Why
to
is he
be.
crying? Say my name.
I think it's going to make for a very special time if you're there. I can't wait.
I'm going to be so excited and relieved. What are you going to do?
I mean, I don't even know. I'm going to want a hamburger.
I'm going to want a salad.
I'm going to want ice cream.
I'm going to want goat cheese.
I should want a salad.
I'll get you a salad.
Dana and I are getting fries, so
I'm going to have a drink.
I'm definitely going to have. That's what we want. Cocktails, Tito's.
One and then bed.
I mean, we're gonna be like, it's like a drug. Their reaction to us, so we're gonna be like high on life.
Like like scary excitement,
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be like a rock concert.
It is. It's gonna be crazy. We
So
know we're
excited.
prepared for it to be crazy.
Hey, fans. First of all, in all sincerity, and I know that that's rare when it comes to me in interviews, a genuine thank you for being so fervently in love with this show, because we are. And so we share that with you. And I just found this news out now, to be the #1 requested album, that is insane. I mean, that's something that if you told 9-year-old me, I'd be like, well, first of all, why are you, who are you? And why are you talking to me? But second of all, no way. And so this is great, and it really is due to you guys, for sure, in every possible way. So thank you from the bottom of our deep, dark, black hearts at Beetlejuice. Sincerely, thank you.
We love you.
We love you.
Yeah.
iHeartRadio Broadway, driven by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.